Hi there folks, this is Circuit2C from the SparkFun Inventors Kit for Comp 444. This is my version, Brendan Stanford. So the game essentially, again, is just going to iterate over a list. It has a list of the light pins and the button pins, and then corresponding tones to play through the buzzer. And essentially it is constantly, it's going to move and through a randomly generated pattern of these lights, buttons, and sounds, and then wait 2 seconds for user input to see if it matches that pattern. If it does, it continues on to the next iteration until it reaches 10 signals, which is the maximum, and then the player wins the game and has a certain tone playing for winning. Or if they either wait too long or hit the wrong button, then it sends them to a losing signal and resets the game once the button is pressed. So without further ado, let's give it a look. I will just say the biggest frustration I ran into was not in the wiring of the hardware. There were a couple where I just had the ground accidentally in the power, but it was actually in the actual program itself. I had accidentally included, instead of declaring a variable, at one point I used 2 equal signs, and I couldn't understand why it was constantly iterating over the initial start sequence, and it was just because the round variable hadn't changed yet, so it wasn't moving to the proper section of the game. So anyway, let's give it a go. And you'll notice I probably did change the start sequence there as well, to just go through all 4 lights, like iterate over the list, rather than, well, now I'm getting lost here, rather than lighting all 4 lights at once. Got it wrong. Anyway, that is Simon, Circuit2C, with a slight modification just to iterate over the lights, turning them off and on rather than flashing all 4 at once. And yeah, Circuit2C for Comp 444.